What's up, it is Casey from Caseyscustoms. This video, we finish up our twin turbo build and finally take it for a drive. Let's go!
How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell 'em bring it down. Like the Wendy's in your town. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell 'em get in line.
It's a Tuesday, which means it's a Mustang video day. I have great news. I got my tuner in for the engine. Engine is running. It just doesn't run great. It doesn't run as well as it should, especially considering it has twin turbos on it. But I finally got the tuner in. I ordered this 2-3 weeks ago. This should be able to do every single thing I need. And also, it has a couple different tunes programmed already on it where I can change up everything I need to how aggressive I want it to run. And then if for some reason it still doesn't work, I can actually reprogram any new tunes on it that I would need in the future. So this should really help us out. I'm excited to do that. I think I'm actually going to jump right into that right now, and then we'll probably continue on the bodywork. The bodywork is just a never-ending thing that we're going to be doing for the next couple weeks until it's time to paint. But for now, let's see if we can get her running a little bit better. Also, I have a couple hose clamps I need to change, just little stuff like that. And then let's plug this old girl in and see what happens. Okay. I have a new line for this turbo. This one actually sticks up too high, and my hood has smashed it. This obviously isn't super important right now. I'm just trying to get it running, but since I do want to take it for a drive, I need to fix it now. I bought a 90-degree bend. And the problem is it's not quite 90. It actually goes 90, and then it kind of goes up some. So we're going to heat this up, and I'm going to try and bend it without kinking the line. This really needs to not kink. This is the oil for the turbo. It is very important. I really wish that that was a true 90. But it's not, so let's heat it up and see what happens. So I heated this up and it snapped just instantly. I don't know what kind of metal that is, but it's very brittle and heat didn't matter. Here's the good news. I found a little 90-degree fitting, and I also found an old turbo mount. So drilled this out, actually had the right tap, the right fitting. So I think this should work fine. And I don't have to rerun my entire line. I can actually use the line that's already on there. But I don't know if this is going to give me enough clearance, so let's find out. Actually, I take that back. I just remembered something. The other day when it was running, I had an exhaust leak that was kind of underneath the firewall. And what it is the exhaust coming out of the turbo going back into the stock exhaust. There is a leak there, and I think it's pretty bad because there was smoke coming out of it, whereas all of the smoke should have been out the back. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to jack it up and then check that. The reason that that is important is it is before my O2 sensors, and I want the readings off the O2 sensors to kind of figure out my air-fuel mixture. So I need to make sure that that's sealed up really good before we start trying to tune stuff. Because if it's not getting the right readings from certain sensors, it's just going to be a waste of time anyway. So let's go ahead and get her all jacked up, and then we'll fix that leak first, and then we'll go ahead and start tuning it. Okay, got the exhaust completely sealed up. Everything is done. Everything is plugged in that should be plugged in. All my vacuum lines, I went ahead and just double checked them. We should be 100% to start tuning it, figuring out what the hell is going on. So I don't know if you've watched my videos before. If you haven't, it is running. It doesn't run great, and it doesn't have any throttle response. Sometimes I will push the pedal down. It doesn't even know what's going on. It's just kind of idling at its own speed. Obviously, that's a problem if I'm trying to drive it. So let's get in here. Cool thing with this tuner, not only does it have preloaded tunes on it, but it will also read all my check engine codes, so we can kind of go through them and see what's up. So let's fire it up. All right, right now we're just uploading basically the stock tune. This is loaded with 3 right now. I'm gonna try and put it to basically the strongest tune. This would be the tune for basically race fuel, 93 octane tune, I think is what they called it. There's a bunch of other ways I can change it. Also, I can go get on my computer and have them make a custom tune if I need to, but for now, I'm just gonna go with what is already loaded on this, and then we'll see if where that gets us. And then what we can do is we can go in here and start tweaking our spark advance, our air fuel mixture, all that fun stuff. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just get this uploaded, and then we'll see what happens. This thing has downloaded like 5 different things so far. I've been here for like 20 minutes. Right now, it's ECU downloading tune, yeah. So I don't know what all is happening, but I'm excited to try and turn the car on whenever it gets done. Hey, so this tune is taking forever to download, but check this out. My neighbor cleaned the shop out for me the other day, and she found the Armani suit jacket. I did a video where one of my subscribers sent me a super nice Armani suit. I ruined the rest of the suit, but the jacket was okay. Has a couple little nicks here and there, but I washed it. I get so Italian when I put this thing on. Forget about it! He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Download complete. Okay, hold on. My bad. I did the tune. It's running better, but still not great. I decided to go ahead and check the codes. I'm getting an evap code, and I was going, what the hell's going on? You know, I didn't use a new gas cap, but this is all sealed, so it shouldn't be a problem. I come back here and I realize I never plugged it back in whenever I did all my cutting back here. So there's the plug-in. This should be probably a big help. So I'm going to get this plugged in and try again. Okay, we got the evac code figured out. I went ahead, went back to my stock program. It's not running great. So now we're back into trying to tune it, trying to tweak it. I would be lying if I didn't tell you I'm not as happy as I wanted to be. It is running a little better, but it's not great. And I have spent 3 hours doing this, just tweaking stuff, changing stuff. It's definitely running better, but every now and then I just have no throttle response at all. It almost makes me feel like the throttle positioning sensor is going out or something, because it'll be running great and then all of a sudden I just have nothing, which is very annoying to say the least, but you definitely can't take it for a drive if your throttle isn't responding. So I'm just trying to fix that. Whenever this gets done, I will start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Off, back on. I have done this so many times. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This should be good. There we go. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, it will not idle. Really good. There you go. Nothing. I got nothing on my pedals. Every now and then I just got nothing at the pedal. Will not idle for shit. It just won't idle. I mean, I gotta just barely put my foot on it. I really feel like I got a throttle issue. That's a bad thing without it being like a physical cable. If it was a cable, I could tighten something. There's really no way. I have changed it out here a couple different times, or I've changed it on the actual tune a couple different times. Right now I have the idle set to 1500. It's just not listening to it. Oof, very frustrating. I think I might need to change out throttle positioning sensor. Obviously, none of that was bad before we did the turbo stuff, so I'm leaning towards it not being the problem. But I don't know, it's got to be something. I wanted to upgrade this anyway to a bigger setup, you know, for the turbo, obviously. So we might just do that, buy the upgraded kit. I don't know. I just wasted a whole day today. I mean, at least 6 hours of my day was spent trying to tune it. It is running better, but I obviously can't take it for a drive if I'm going to have to sit here and just give it gas constantly. It won't idle on its own. I'm going to spend the rest of the night trying to figure out what I can order and what I just can't. I know my throttle positioning sensor is easy. That takes 2 seconds. This obviously doesn't. That's a real big. That's your throttle actuator, I think is what it's called. So I don't know. I'm going to spend the rest of the night and do some research and figure out what the hell to do. We'll be back tomorrow.
The next day.
So it is the next day. We did a ton of reading last night trying to figure out why the hell this thing won't idle. Bad gas was a problem, so I figured it would be a good time to go ahead and get some new gas. I never put gas in this, so I don't know how long it's sat. I also got some 92 octane for it, which would be really good considering we're tuning it. The throttle positioning sensor could be bad. They're kind of prone to having issues, especially if there's voltage fluctuations, which there has been a bunch just because all the cutting and changing and stuff I've done. The throttle actuator can go bad as well. You can actually replace both of these, or you can just replace the whole throttle body. And I decided I'd probably just go ahead and do that. Sure enough, got one ordered and it's already here, which is nice. The only problem is this is slightly different from my stock one. This stock one has a couple extra hoses that go into the bottom of it. We're going to bypass those. They're apparently not needed anyways, and they can actually be a source of the problem I'm having. So it's probably going to be a good time to go ahead and change that out now and bypass them. The only bad thing is I just got all this shit hooked up and now it all needs to come off because I need to take the entire throttle body off. But I am happy and I'm confident. I know this won't be an issue once this is changed, which is always nice. Sometimes peace of mind is worth the $100 part, just so that while I'm tuning it, if it isn't idling after we do this, I know that it's another issue that I'm having. Let's pop this bad boy off. Just realized that was on backwards. Also, check this out. This one has been off before, because that is gasket sealer that you would never have on one of these. So it might not be original, or maybe somebody popped it off and changed it. It looks absolutely horrible down in there. I'm definitely happy I'm changing it out, especially considering it was only like a $100 part. Looks 10 times better too. Okay, we got it on there. I went ahead and started it. It seems like it's idling fine, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and put our intake on, fire it up, and see what happens. Got everything bolted back up. Let's see what happens. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just realized I had the idle turned way up. Oopsie. I think I have the idle turned way up. Oh, that's cool. Unable to read. That's cool. Oh, please tell me you're not having a heart attack, buddy. Turn key on. Continue. Okay, I gotta go back through here and reprogram all this shit. I think I turned my idle up to like 1700. I need to turn that way back down to like 800. It just would not work yesterday, so I thought that would help. But yeah, let me go through, check that, and then we'll try again. Oh, also, I got 92 octane I need to put in it, so we'll probably do that while this is updating. Yeah, I had the idle at, I think it was 1350, so I got to turn back down to like the stock 800. That's going to take a minute to download, so let's put some 92 octane in there, see if that doesn't help. I can almost never do this without getting gas everywhere, so let's see what happens. I'm not excited about it. Really not excited about it. Also, it's got the stupid new cap. Come on, baby. Oh, shit. I don't love the angle this is at. This is going to take forever. Oh, shit. Well, let's time-lapse it. Okay, let's see what happens. It just downloaded the newest tune. She's finally idling, baby. Ooh! Boy, throttle response helps. I gotta check engine light. Sweet! Oh, I don't have my map sensor plugged in. That could do it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no, there we go. It's coming back down. Yeah, I was idling a little too high. That's perfect. I'm gonna let this run a little bit and hopefully get that better gas in there. Great news, it has been running for like 10 minutes. No issues, it's idling perfect. I'm really, really happy this ended up being our issue and not something else, because I was gonna start just ripping everything apart. But we're working good. It is time to hook up our radiator. The radiator actually isn't hooked up right now. Here is my hose. My lower hose is still on, but I had to take off the upper hose because obviously this was all in the way. And my coolant tank used to go right there. I'm gonna have to get creative, move it around, and plug it back in. And then also, oh yeah, there we go. My upper hose is right there, and it's supposed to go under the turbo. I don't know. Basically, I need to cram all this shit back in there so that we can actually get some coolant flowing. But then I'm gonna take it for a drive. But yeah, this isn't gonna be as easy as I want it to be, because I don't even know where I'm gonna put this yet, but let's figure it out. Holy crap. This is where I'm going to put it for now. This is obviously going to have to move. I don't know if the hood is going to even fit with it right there, but that'll work for now. Put some radiator fluid in it, found a leak. Put some more radiator fluid in it, found another leak. Yeah, not real happy about it. There are so many little stupid hoses on this thing because they have your radiator fluid basically running up here. It used to run through the throttle body, which I've never even seen before. Apparently that's only like a 1 or 2 year thing, but we bypassed it, but it was still leaking. Yada yada. We should be good now. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up one more time, make sure everything is good. None of this should have changed anything, but just in case. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it outside, fire it up, and see if we can't take her for a little spin. I'm not going to go very far, but I want to just see if it is drivable with the twin turbos hooked up. So let's go. Drives. Look at all the oil and shit on the floor. All right, let's hook a GoPro to it and see if we can't take a little spin. All right. That did not help. We got a lot of overspray in the windshield. Turbo, looks like we gotta get home quick. Oh, fuck. Leaking oil real bad from both of our fittings. That's where all the smoke is. Uh-oh, we did something wrong.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
That was absolutely awesome. I do this big, nasty burnout. I hit a bump. Everything kind of jumbles around the car, and then all of a sudden it dies right after the burnout. I don't know what the hell it is. It will not start. I thought originally it would be my fuel cutoff switch because I hit a big bump, but it doesn't seem triggered, which is a problem. I got nothing now. Here's what happened. Battery got shook around real bad. ECU and fuse box got shook around real bad. Both of those things do not need to be moving at all. So hopefully it's just a blown fuse or a blown relay, but we're gonna have to look at that on the next episode. Whenever I was doing the drive, it was working out great. I was actually building boost, but whenever the boost would get high, just smoke started pouring out. I didn't exactly know what it was. And then I came over here and started looking. I do not have a gasket on either of these flanges over here. Also, I don't have all the bolts on the flanges. That obviously should have went down in the exhaust. The reason it was smoking so bad was because my oil lines are leaking all over the place. This one here is by far the worst. There's just puddles of oil all the way down it. So before the next video, I'm obviously going to order some gaskets for these flanges. I'm also going to order some bolts so I can get it all bolted up. Really, really happy that it was driving very well. I could have went a lot farther, but obviously whenever the smoke was pouring out, I wanted to shut it down just in case it was something bad. I cannot tell you how happy I am that it is running and driving. The first like 2 days of this video, it just would not run for shit. I had almost no throttle response. I've been dealing with that for a couple weeks now, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. Obviously, everything had got unplugged to do the twin turbo setup, and then everything got plugged back in. So I just figured I broke something didn't get plugged in right. Maybe the intake was wrong. Maybe my exhaust setup is wrong. The fact that it ended up being the throttle body is awesome. And also I ended up having a couple other things that weren't hooked up right. It wasn't just the throttle body, but so happy that it is running and driving. You have no idea. That is a huge relief off my chest because I just wasn't sure what was going on. We obviously still have some more stuff that needs fixed, but we're going to jump on that on the next episode. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that button now. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good stuff I tell you at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. Love ya.
I've really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings.